Good morning. Again, it's a lovely sunny day, and it's actually only what time? Oh, it's not even quite 9 o'clock yet. I'm up in Norwich today. Right. So I'm not sure he quite understands the irony of it. I mean, my historical knowledge doesn't stretch to this, so do correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm not quite sure he understands the irony of it. But Boris Johnson has congratulated Greece on their 200th anniversary of the Greek Revolution. I presume for freedom. Charles and Camilla are off. They're there for 2 days, whilst everyone else is in lockdown. They've toddled off to get the air miles for the new Bentley. So they've gone for a visit, to Athens and stuff. All very important, obviously, whilst this pandemic is killing every one of us and we're dropping dead on the streets. So they're there, and in the same breath as Boris Johnson congratulating Greece, he's now said you'll need a vaccination passport to go into pubs. So loads of freedom there, obviously. I wouldn't pay too much attention, guys, to be honest. I mean, people are already sick of face masks. More and more places I go, people aren't even really bothering. Oh, there's a few signs up, 2 metre distancing, use hand wash, whatever. Again, very few people bothering. It's wearing out. It's wearing thin, to say the least. And vaccination passports, it's not a new thing. It's just a continuation of everything else that's been going on. And they've lied about this already. They've said if you get the vaccine, then you'll be able to travel. Now they've made foreign holidays illegal. Nothing dictatorship about that at all. So how long will that really last? I mean, guys, I said it before. I don't care, right? I never stopped working. My life stayed pretty much the same, has done since last March. Last March, I did a video called It's All About the Control, and I said, funnily enough, this is all about the control. But that's beside the point. But yeah, I started online shopping instead of going to the actual supermarket. That saved me money. So that was a good thing and something I never would have done if this hadn't come up. Plus, I don't have to deal with annoying people, like 3 people standing around all chatting, blocking the whole aisle and stuff like that. And people texting on their phone right next to the bit of the shelf you want to get to and stuff like that. So, the shopping just turns up at my door. I stopped going to pubs basically after the smoking ban because that's when all this started, as I've said before, all this dictatorship. I go twice a year, maybe. Okay, if it's a family special occasion, something like that, I might go out on a Friday night or a Saturday night if I feel like it. That was about it. So, yeah, crack on believing the Nazis, guys. It's not going to... How long are pub staff, really, when face masks are already on their way out? How long are pub staff going to stand there with a vaccination passport, on a Friday night or a Saturday night when there's a big queue then at the door stretching all down the high street, and then fights are going to start because there'll be drunk people wandering past and they'll pick on people and stuff like that. It just doesn't... It's not going to wash, is it, They're soon going to get... It's bad enough, queuing to get into a nightclub, which I also stopped going to some years ago after I worked as a doorman, funnily enough. But then when they have to check people's bags and stuff to make sure they're not carrying knives and things like that, and there's always a big queue there. On top of that, you're going to ask for a vaccination passport. You double the time of the queue. No, it's it might start like the rest of it, but it's soon going to tail off. So really, I mean, they're grasping at straws now. All this, we'll have to carry on wearing face masks certainly for a few years and blah, blah, blah was coming out last Sunday on the Andrew Marr show, I think it was. Well, people are sick of it already. So how do you see it working? I mean, these businesses, especially the big businesses, should hang their heads in shame because they've taken this furlough money and they've done everything that Boris has said and they've lost people their jobs and people have committed suicide because of it. And these big businesses should really just hang their heads in shame because this stopped the smaller businesses, the freehold pubs and things like that from opening up because, the big businesses all did as the government said. So you're as much traitors as the media are and as the MPs are because, you can bet your bottom dollar they're all vote to extend lockdown today. The coronavirus regulations today, I think it is. Of course they're going to. The video I did a year ago, I said 2 years. It doesn't matter if it's in there for a year, subject to extension. Of course they're going to extend it because it's all about the control. Anyway, you all carry on wearing your face mask, so it doesn't bother me. It's not doing you any good, and it's not going to do the country any good.